Welcome to the channel. This is Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas, and in this video I will share with you my tips and strategies on how to stay healthy and avoid going to the doctor. So this video is part of a collaboration hosted by two channels, Mountain Grandma and the Budget Prepper, and together with other YouTubers we share with you our experience. So we are not doctors, it is just what we learned by experience, and we share with you our tips on how to use herbs, medicinal herbs, how to use essential oils, how to make a salve. So tons of useful information during this collaboration that will last all the months of August. You can see all the channels in the description below, so make sure to visit and learn, because we all have a lot to learn here from others. And this collaboration will end at the end of the month with a giveaway. It's going to be on a live, so you're going to have to be present to win, with a lot of prizes. So you're going to have the solves, all what we're discussing, during these videos, but the grand prize is a herbalist class, certified herbalist class that is given by the Herb Whisperer. So thank you so much for this amazing present, and make sure to try to win. Check our videos, like, put a comment, and be present to the live at the end of the month, hosted by either Mountain Grandma and or the Budget Prepper. But this being said, let's jump into the subject on how to stay healthy and avoid going to the doctor and using any of this medicine in the first place. So how do we stay healthy? We need to build a strong immune system, reduce exposure to the pathogens, and overall have a good healthy routine. So let's explore each one here, starting with building a good and strong immune system. Many steps to follow here, but the first one is looking at what gets into your body. And the first thing is the food. You need to have a food that is going to nourish your body. A food rich in nutrients, vitamins, minerals, protein, antioxidants, probiotics to nourish your guts that are so important for your body. But if I look at the person who goes to McDonald's for breakfast, Chick-fil-A for lunch, and Pizza Hut for dinner, how much nutrients do you think that person gets? Zero. Very, very low. That is not the way to build a strong immune system. What you want to eat is fruits, vegetables, lean protein, some nuts, some whole food, cereals, things that contain these vitamins, minerals that are going to nourish your body. Antioxidant you can get by eating all the berries, for instance. The red, colorful fruits and vegetables are going to be very rich in nutrients. Protein, think about lean protein. Fish, for instance, is excellent. But yes, you need to have all this food to build, nourish your body and build that strong immune system that's going to pretty much do a wall and say no to all the pathogens. They won't even approach and get in. So first thing is the food, and the food as well, being very careful in what you choose when you go and shop at the grocery store. If you do, try to look at the label. Try to look at the label, and without wanting to do any wrong advertisement here, but look at the bioengineered ingredient. Might not be the healthy thing for you. Or look at all the coloring. I know the current administration is trying to change and so on, but so far they are still all there. The red 40, blue 1, yellow 6, red 5, yellow 5. That one is going to the trash. Yeah, so watch out what you eat. Be very careful. Grow your own food if you can. That's the best. At least you know what you eat, if you can. So first, the food. Second, once you eat, you need to drink. So drink water, a lot of water to keep your body hydrated. And water also, be very careful, because in a lot of places in the US, the tap water is not the best. It contains a lot of contaminants, so you want to have a good filtration system at home. Either you have your reverse osmosis, or myself, I have an over-the-counter gravity filtration system from Boroux's that I like very much. But yes, make sure you filtrate your water and you drink pure water. So you eat, you drink, What's next? You need to exercise. So make sure you exercise plenty. What I read is that an average adult needs to exercise about 150 minutes a day. So close to 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. So do what works for you. We're not saying you have to run a marathon here. But if you go walk, have a good walk. Go at a good pace. Myself, I love to swim. I swim at least twice a week. That's a good exercise as well. And when I say I swim, I actually do laps. It's not chilling on the side and chatting. No, it's actual swimming. So maybe you like cycling and you want to cycle. You like yoga to increase flexibility and in your muscle. Why not? So try to be active. Being active is going to have that blood flowing, activate your circulation, and help build that strong immune system. So once you eat, you drink, you exercise, at the end you're tired, right? You need to sleep. And sleeping is very important as well. The average adult needs to have between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And a lot of us do not sleep enough. Have you 8 hours? How many do? How many? Please post in the comment below how many hours of sleep do you have in average per night. I'm afraid it's a lot less than what our body needs to be rested and build that response and immune system. And some people also have difficulty sleeping. So what can you do to help? Maybe a chocolate meal before dinner. Whatever works for you, there's no one size fits all here. You need to understand what prevents you from having a good night of sleep. What I can see is that a lot of us nowadays have a lot of phone, computers, all these screens with all this light that is not good because it wakes you up instead of putting you to sleep. So I've seen people buying these glasses, which are, I believe, blue glasses, blue light, that filtrate the light so that you don't get all this aggressivity into your eyes and you start having that cool down, less light, and go to pretty much sleep because it's dark outside, darker. Something to explore if you think the light from all these screens doesn't help. But yes, sleeping, and the very last thing that actually linked with the sleeping is reduce your stress. Because if you stress, it just gets your body tired. You're not gonna sleep well. It's gonna just eat you up from the inside. So try to reduce your stress, which is easier said than done. But see how you can, maybe doing yoga, to meditation, to relax. And if you do, you'll sleep better and you're gonna have a better immune system. So that was really the first part, being healthy and having a better immune system. The second part is trying to stay away from the pathogens. So we learn on that one, we learn a lot from the pandemic on how to always wash hands after touching things that could be dirty or others would have touched. So make sure you always wash hands. You don't touch your face constantly during the day. All these, I think we learned. Be mindful of where you go, the people around you. Try to keep your distance. And depending on the places, I'm taking the example, for instance, of an airport. It's probably one of the worst places because you've got thousands and thousands of people going through it every day, non-stop, going from all over the world, and you don't know who's next to you, who's went there before, who used that bathroom. It's a lot of disease just going around, so be very mindful. Stay away, wash your hands frequently, and wish for the best if you are in an airport at least. But yes, stay away from the pathogen and maintain good habits at the end. This is it. Once you build that strong immune system, you avoid the pathogen, you need to keep going and maintain these good habits. And a few things we all know, but it's worth reminding people as well, is try to avoid alcohol. When I say drink and stay hydrated, it doesn't mean alcohol. So no wine, no beer. That is not the hydration. It actually is reverse of hydration. If you drink too much, your body is going to get dehydrated and you're going to have to drink twice as much water to compensate. So yes, alcohol does not work for hydration, the reverse. Smoking is not good either. We all know it. So all these, try to reduce as much as possible to keep a healthy habit. And with all this all together, hopefully you can avoid having to go to the doctor and having to even think about remedies. But if you do, think natural remedies first before going to the doctor. And that's where all these videos are useful. I mean, you've got a ear infection, think essential oil. You have a sore throat, think maybe lemon, honey, ginger. So try natural remedies first before the next step, which also is going to cost more money, going to the doctor. So if you want to know more, make sure to check all the other videos for natural homemade remedies. And once again, this is not doctor advice. But I hope you found this useful. And if you did, as always, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you all at the live at the end of the month to win that herbalist class. Thank you all for watching.